Welcome to the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with the support you need to finish your book. Best part is, after you finish your book, they take care of the entire publishing and marketing process 100% for you. So, if you want to become a successful author, make sure to check out authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Paul Kostial with us. He's the founder of Audience Innovation. So welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it.
Of course. Happy to have you on. And just for all of our listeners, this is going to be a little bit of a different format for this episode. We're going to dive a little bit deeper with Paul and his business. So, Paul, we'll kick it off with the first question. The first one I have for you is, what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Well, I focus on marketing and advertising and sales. So my particular company kind of bridges the gap between all three. And I think the biggest thing that we're learning today with all the, advent of online and online targeting and online retargeting and all those different things is that the customer is still being reached through venues other than online. So what our clients have found and what we've really learned, especially the last 6 months, is the combination of multimedia channels, online and offline, is what's producing the best result. And this crosses any type of target. It doesn't matter which kind. So that's the one thing that's been our biggest learning curve this year is the online plus offline is what's working best for the sales channel results.
And how long have you been in business, and why now are your platforms so popular?
Well, Audience Innovation's been in business 12 years. Prior to that, I was at Time Incorporated, the big magazine company, for 17 years, essentially doing the same thing that I do independently with Audience Innovation now. These programs that we do are tangible touch points, so they're the offline component of a client's online strategy. And, a few years back, we didn't have an online strategy. So it's kind of odd that a lot of marketing is circling back to offline to augment the online, kind of what I was saying in the first section we talked about. And, really building the tangible touch point, meaning direct mail devices that are actually causing a visceral reaction over there with the customer. It's why they're so popular now is because online is overwhelming. You can't necessarily reach your entire target. There's a lot of advantages to online, but some of the disadvantages are exactly rectified by adding an offline component. So that's why we've been so successful this year in terms of our growth.
Yeah, I think that's like a really good point there, man, because I think, with the whole online explosion, like everybody moved online. And I think a lot of people are forgetting about just like a normal networking event in person, and they're so focused online. So I think definitely a combination of both is the ultimate. So I think it's a good point.
Just one more thing to add to that is, we have clients who actually use our programs because it cuts through the clutter over there, and they don't have enough money to actually do their online channel the way it needs to be done in order to cut through the clutter. So they'll use our program, which is what you said. It's like shaking hands in person. It really makes a difference.
So I'm excited for your answer on this next one. What's working for your marketing clients to drive higher customer engagement?
Well, we just talked about it. It's adding the offline or what we call tangible touch points, which is essentially direct mail to their online channel. So let's say a B2B client has, a high-end CFO target. We're going to take some percentage of those CFOs and also target them with an offline strategy. Not all of them. They're going to try to reach the broader masses online. But with the top 10% or the ones that are most critical, we're going to add this offline component so they get both of those online and offline in combination. So that's very typical of what we're doing today.
So then why is the tangible overlay causing bigger online marketing and sales results as well?
I think it's the psychology of humans. Humans are not only digital people. In fact, digital is kind of new to all of us. So it's the visceral response. It's an emotional response. With our programs, we're actually sending them kind of a gesture of goodwill. Please enjoy receiving XYZ. And then there's an appreciation for having received something rather than feeling stalked. So they actually have a whole different emotional response to it. And therefore, they even send thank you notes back to our clients saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much for, sending me this thing. So it's very, very different type of mindset in the psychology of, interacting and connecting with human beings, whether it's business to business or business to consumer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's a very different approach than most. So, you have multiple customer targeting platforms, but can you explain them briefly?
Yeah, our 4 key segments are B2B. So any B2B target, whether it's a C-suite, a trade target, we do all kinds of B2B. The second target, well, let me say on B2B, we're always targeting in their offices. So the similar platform to that, but for affluent consumers, is we're targeting affluent households in their home. So first is B2B, second is affluent, and then we have 2 out-of-home platforms where we're actually targeting human beings in doctor's offices, which is called point of care, or in waiting rooms like barbershops, beauty salons, nail salons, automotive dealerships. So those 2 are out of home. We're targeting them where they go shop and or when they're getting their doctor appointment or dentist appointment. And the other 2 are targeting them as a direct to human, like either in their office or in their home. So those are the 4 categories. If I didn't say all that so fast, it's confusing, but those are our 4 best targets.
Okay. And then what are the innovations of your business and the marketing platforms?
We are continuing to build innovation into a static medium, meaning a magazine or a magazine cover wrap is no longer what it used to be. We're putting in buzz cards. We're putting in tap devices through NFC technology. We're embedding video. So we're actually enhancing the innovation of the touch point itself. So the touch point is still received tangibly via direct mail, but it's got call to action inside of it or video embedded directly in it where it immediately would take that user to the online experience that company is offering, like tap here through an NFC device to come visit our website or see a CEO video. It's adding innovation and interactive innovation to, a printed product. Very, very effective.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. Really good insights in this one. So just the last one I have for you is, what is the best way for people to find you online?
Yeah, on our website is audienceinnovation.com. There's a contact us button, or my email is paul.kostial@audienceinnovation.com. I'd be happy to answer questions or chat with anybody anytime.
Awesome, man. Thanks again for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.